Sonam Raghuvanshi, the wife of Raja Raghuvanshi and his alleged killer, is being taken from Uttar Pradesh to Meghalaya today for further investigation by the state police. She has reached Guwahati and is expected to reach Shillong by midnight, and the other accused, including Sonam's alleged boyfriend Raj Kushwaha. Here's a detailed report by my colleague Saurabh Gupta.
The Raghuvanshis' first stop in Meghalaya was Balaji Guest House in the heart of Shillong, where they arrived on the 21st of May.
This, of course, is the guest house, and of course, a lot of details regarding the investigation also came out from here. There's a CCTV camera that has captured Sonam and Raja Raghuvanshi checking in here, and also, staying here, and also their details have been entered in the register as well, where they were staying here.
They used a rental two-wheeler to carry on their journey. They left Shillong on the 22nd of May and arrived at the Manha Hotel in Sohra, where the couple are seen on CCTV footage. They left their trolley bag here and headed to what was presumed to be a trek on the same scooty. We are at the Manha Hotel in Sohra. This is one of the places where the honeymoon couple, Sonam and Raja Raghuvanshi, were seen before, of course, this horrific incident where Raja Raghuvanshi was murdered. And now, of course, as we know, the prime suspect in that case is Sonam Raghuvanshi, his wife. But with sinister plans in place, it is suspected that Sonam chose an isolated path instead of the regular route trekkers use. The choice of the location for Raja Raghuvanshi's murder is an obvious one. Firstly, its remoteness. It is, of course, very far away from any place that has a living population. Secondly, also, just the surroundings. There are no people around. There are only mountains, gorges and valleys. That makes it easy to murder someone and dispose of the body. And that's when the trail goes cold. The abandoned scooty was recovered from an isolated Molakyat village, and this, the Meghalaya police believe, was intentional to throw anyone looking for them off the chase. Eventually, days later, on the 2nd of June, Raja Raghuvanshi's body was found in the gorge near the Vaisadong Falls. The police suspect the murder could have taken place around the Vaisadong Falls because the body was recovered from a gorge like this below, which is very, very deep, very hostile terrain, and drones had to be used to locate the body which was below, and then of course it was recovered, and that's what led to the beginning of the murder investigation. However, the police say that the trek etc. also could have been a pretext that the culprits who planned this murder used, and therefore the body, of course, was found here near the Vaisadong Falls from a deep gorge in very hostile terrain, making it difficult for the body to be found and giving the accused precious time to plan their escape after committing the crime. With camera person Sanjay Chakraborty at the Vaisadong Falls in Meghalaya, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
The Meghalaya police have revealed that Sonam Raghuvanshi and 3 accused individuals who allegedly murdered Raja Raghuvanshi in broad daylight took him to Vaisadong Falls.
They came up together, okay, and in fact they had met in one scenic spot out there where they had met together, and then they walked up. And after they walked up, then their scooties were there, and it is, according to the assailants, it was Sonam who took them to Vaisadong, and that's where the crime took place.
गुवाहाटी के लिए रवाना हुई है। आज जैसे उनको 7 दिन का ट्रांजिट रिमांड प्राप्त किया था, उसके बाद शिलांग पुलिस चारों आरोपियों को अभी इंदौर एयरपोर्ट से गुवाहाटी के लिए ले जा रही है, दिल्ली होते हुए, क्योंकि यहाँ से डायरेक्ट फ़्लाइट नहीं थी तो कनेक्टिंग फ़्लाइट से दिल्ली से गुवाहाटी पहुँचेंगे। आरोपियों ने पूछताछ में सब चीज़ों को स्वीकार किया है। इसके अलावा भी जैसा कि आज आरोपी विशाल के यहाँ से उसके कपड़े जब्त किए हैं जो उस दिन घटना दिनांक उसने पहने थे। साथ ही साथ सोनम से भी वहाँ शिलांग में पुलिस पूछताछ कर रही है, उसने भी बहुत सारी चीज़ों को बताया। उसके बाद ये जब चारों आरोपी वहाँ पहुँच जाएंगे तो बहुत सारी चीज़ों का और खुलासा होगा, जिसकी अपडेट आपको शिलांग से पुलिस देगी।
The sister of alleged lover of Sonam, Raj Kushwaha, who is the prime accused in the murder of Raja Raghuvanshi, also spoke to our colleague Maria Shakil. She claims that her brother is innocent. Have a listen.
सुहानी राज कुशवाहा की बहन है और अभी वो एनडीटीवी पर हमारे साथ जुड़ गई हैं। सुहानी, मेरा सवाल आपसे ये है कि क्या राज कुशवाहा ने कभी भी सोनम के बारे में बताया था परिवार वालों को? कुछ उनके बारे में वो चर्चा करते थे? आप लोगों से बातचीत होती थी?
नहीं, इस बार दीदी के बारे में कोई भी बातचीत नहीं होती थी, सिर्फ काम के सिलसिले में ही बात होती थी। भैया की होती थी तब हम लोग कभी कभी फ़ोन उठा लेते थे कि उनका सुबह फ़ोन आता था कि काम का टाइम हो गया है, 11 बज गई है, 10:30 बज गई, गाड़ी भरवानी है तो राज को बोलो कि जल्दी जाए, भैया चिल्ला रहे थे। ऐसे फ़ोन आता था तो हम लोग कभी कभी उठा लेते थे। और भैया तो कभी भी यहाँ पे बात नहीं करते थे दीदी के बारे में, हमसे भी आज तक कभी शेयर नहीं किया।
वो लोग कितने साल से साथ में काम कर रहे थे? सोनम के ऑफिस में वो कितने साल से काम कर रहे थे?
2 साल हो गया भैया को वहाँ पे काम
जी।
करते।
मुझे ये जानना है कि तो सोनम ने जब उनको शिलोंग बुलाया था तो क्या आप लोगों को पता था?
नहीं भैया वहाँ नहीं गए, नहीं भैया वहाँ नहीं गए थे, क्योंकि जब राजा भैया के साथ ये सब हुआ तब तो भैया इंदौर में थे, भैया वहाँ नहीं गए थे।
सुहानी, मेरा सवाल है कि राज और सोनम की क्या रेगुलरली बातचीत होती रहती थी? क्या परिवार को पता था कि वो जो उनके ऑफिस में काम करते हैं तो उन लोग का आपस में तालमेल है, बातचीत होती रहती है?
नहीं नहीं मैम, इन सब के बारे में हमको कुछ भी पता नहीं था, सब कुछ न्यूज़ से पता चल रहा है उनके बारे में। ऐसा ना उनकी कभी भैया की रेगुलर बातचीत नहीं होती थी कभी भी।
आप कहती हैं बातचीत ही नहीं होती थी?
रेगुलर ऐसी बातचीत नहीं होती थी, सिर्फ 5 मिनट के लिए, 2 मिनट के लिए उनका बोलने के लिए फ़ोन आता था कि टाइम हो गया, वो भी सुबह सुबह फ़ोन आता था।
तो राज सोनम को किस तरह से बुलाते थे?
कि दीदी का फ़ोन आ रहा है, उठा के बोल दे कि मैं आ रहा हूँ, मेरे नहा रहा हूँ, टाइम हो गया है या उठ रहा हूँ, ऐसा बोलते थे भैया।
तो परिवार वालों के सामने दीदी बोलते थे?
दीदी ही बोलते थे, मैंने जब भी उनको सुना है वो दीदी ही बोलते थे उनको।
और जब शादी हुई सोनम की तब उस वक्त उनका क्या रुख रहता था? क्या आप लोगों ने शादी अटेंड की थी?
नहीं, हम लोग गांव गए हुए थे, भैया यहाँ पे थे क्योंकि यहाँ का रेंट पे करना था, इसलिए भैया यहाँ रुके थे। हम मामा की बेटे की शादी थी तो हम लोग गांव गए हुए थे।
तो आपके भाई ने शादी अटेंड की थी उनकी?
नहीं, 11 मई को शादी थी, उस दिन हमारे पापा के साथ ऐसा हुआ था, इसलिए 11 मई को कोई कहीं नहीं जाता, हमारे परिवार में कुछ भी सेलिब्रेट नहीं करते।
तो जिस दिन शादी थी आपके भाई उस दिन वो घर पर थे, क्योंकि कोई शादी वहाँ पे या कोई सेलिब्रेशन अटेंड नहीं किया जाता है आपके परिवार में?
हाँ,
11
कुछ
मई
भी
को?
नहीं। हाँ, 11 मई को भैया घर पे ही थे।
जी। तो ये जब से वो काम करना शुरू किए थे सोनम के साथ, तो क्या कुछ बिहेवियर में चेंज कुछ इस तरह का दिखता था आप लोगों को?
नहीं, तभी भी कुछ भी बिहेवियर में चेंज नहीं था भैया के, सब कुछ नॉर्मल था। दीदी की सगाई हुई थी, ये हम लोगों को पता चला था, तब भी भैया का बिहेवियर एकदम ठीक था।
आपके भाई पे बहुत ही गंभीर आरोप लगा है, तो परिवार इस आरोप को किस तरह से देख रहा है?
हम नहीं मानते इस बात को, हम बिल्कुल नहीं मानते कि हमारा भैया ऐसा कभी कर सकता है। बस हम चाहते हैं कि हमारे भाई को न्याय मिले, सब कुछ चेक हो तो हमारे भैया को न्याय मिले। उसने कभी ऐसा कुछ नहीं किया है।
आपका कहना है कि भाई आपके नहीं कर सकते हैं ऐसा, तो क्या आपके भाई को कोई फंसा रहा है? तो क्यों कोई फंसाएगा?
पता नहीं, हम लोग ये सब नहीं जानते, पर भैया इतना बड़ा काम कभी नहीं कर सकते। और राजा भैया ने ऐसा कुछ जब किया ही नहीं, उनकी कोई गलती ही नहीं है, तो उनको कोई क्यों मारेगा? हम तो उनको जानते भी नहीं है, उनको सिर्फ न्यूज़ में देखा है। उनकी मम्मी, उनके भाई सब कितने दुखी है उनको लेके।
तो आपको लगता है कि इस पूरे जो हत्याकांड हुआ है तो उसके पीछे कौन जिम्मेदार है? आपको लगता है सोनम ने किया होगा? आपके भाई का कोई काम नहीं उसमें हुआ है? आपके भाई उसमें आरोपी नहीं है?
नहीं, मैं सोनम दीदी का भी नहीं बोल सकती कि उनने किया है। हम लोग कुछ, हम किसी के बारे में कैसे बोल सकते हैं जब हम जानते ही नहीं है तो किसी को।
The Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma told NDTV that the police stayed cool, calm and focused during the high-pressure investigation into the murder of Raja Raghuvanshi. Mr. Sangma also said that the cops leading the investigation worked hard and didn't get much sleep during the frantic initial phase of inquiries.
What could the motive be behind this murder? If Sonam Raghuvanshi had wanted to avoid getting married, why did she appear to play along, get married, and then instigate something like this?
These questions, of course, are very difficult for us to answer. And the statements are going to be taken very soon. Only then will the real picture come out. But of course, on a preliminary basis, on whatever facts we have gathered, minus the statements that will be made by the concerned people, it looks like, of course, that there was aspect of some kind of love angle to it from the woman's side, from the wife's side. And that most probably has led to the situation. And of course, what has prompted her to marry and then go ahead with this, those are circumstances which, of course, are beyond my jurisdiction or my knowledge to really reply, because those are circumstances that happened way before they had come here. But of course, as I said, in principle, we can clearly make out that there is a kind of a love triangle kind of an issue out here, which most probably led to this incident.
Some thoughts on the role of your police force. The fact that they pursued this was a body which wasn't found for days on end. This woman disappeared. There were so many unanswered questions. Tell us about how the police worked so hard to crack it. And do you believe, and do they believe, that this is an open and shut case?
Well, I've said it from day one that I have full trust in my police and my team. I had, reviewed this entire thing, and whatever inputs I received, we were very sure that we are on the right track. The police was very careful not to let it out unless it would raise alarm bells and would make people, again, aware, and then the people who were involved, that is. And therefore, they did an excellent job. And I think what is more critical is that the pressure under which they did it was what was remarkable. And that is really something you have to give real credit to them. The team did an excellent job. They were cool, they were calm, they were focused, they went on evidence base. And I can tell you they didn't have much sleep either. So they've been really working hard at this. And really, I congratulated them and the entire team. They've done an excellent job. And I think what is important is what they did was not just for the police, or for this crime. But what they did was something that has really reinforced the image of our state, the image of our people, and the image of the Northeast in general. And I think that is really the larger message that the police of Meghalaya has been able to give to the rest of the country.
Now, Raja Raghuvanshi's mother also spoke to NDTV and said that it was an arranged marriage. The family had met Sonam's family and was in touch with Sonam's kin, but the girl remained distant from Raja.
सोनम से बातचीत नहीं होती थी। उसकी मम्मी है ना, हर 2 दिन में, 1 दिन में फोन लगाती रहती थी, वही फोन पे बात करती थी। कभी सोनम से बात नहीं हुई, मतलब सगाई की बात हुई, ज्यादा बात नहीं हुई मम्मी की सोनम से। उनकी माता जी से बात होती थी कि तैयारी कैसे करना है, क्या प्लानिंग करना है। ये भी बोलती थी कि सोनम बात क्यों नहीं करती, उसको बात करना चाहिए ना। तो बोले कि नहीं, वो ज्यादा बात नहीं करती। उनकी मम्मी ने बोला वो कम बात करती हैं। तो उनकी मम्मी ने ऐसा बोला था। जब भी मेरे को अजीब सा लगा था कि कोई भी लड़की बात करने के लिए तो करती है ना कि मेरी सास से कुछ पूछूं, मगर ऐसी कोई बात नहीं होती थी सोनम से। सडनली सोनम ने प्लान किया मेघालय जाने का, और 2 दिन पहले जब टिकट हुई ना फ्लाइट की, वो टिकट आज भी मेरे पास है। राजा ने मुझे सेंड की थी कि भैया मेरी ये फ्लाइट की टिकट है, और 2 दिन पहले ही उनका अचानक से प्लान हुआ जाने का।
तो ये बुकिंग्स किसने करवाई थी? सोनम ने करवाई थी? सोनम ने सारे जगह की फ्लाइट की बुकिंग, होटल्स की बुकिंग सबने उनकी? हाँ, फ्लाइट की बुकिंग, हाँ बिल्कुल सोनम ने करवाई थी। तो वहाँ से आप लोगों से उमा जी, आपके बेटे ने आपको फ़ोन करके कुछ बात किया था उस वक्त जब वो लोग थे वहाँ? तो
बात कर रही थी, बराबर मैं उससे बात करती रही थी।
उमा जी, आपको ये कभी नहीं लगा कि मुमकिन है कि सोनम ने जो शादी की थी वो फैमिली के प्रेशर से की थी, इसीलिए वो फ़ोन नहीं करती थी या फ़ोन का जवाब नहीं देती थी?
लगा नहीं, ऐसा तो मेरे को कुछ लगा नहीं, और इतना ध्यान आपने रखा भी नहीं, मतलब इस चीजों पर।
Time now for a quick break on the show. More on the other side. Stay tuned. On to some other news now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday met members of all party delegations who took part in the global outreach program on Operation Sindoor. During the meeting at 7 Lok Kalyan Marg, the Prime Minister met with Congress leader Shashi Tharoor, JDU Sanjay Jha and others. The delegation consisted the delegations consisted of MPs from across party lines. Former MPs and distinguished diplomats had highlighted India's stand against terror and India's commitment to world peace during their visits to various nations.
He certainly was very, very pleasant to all of us. I think he saw this as an opportunity to thank the delegations for their service, and he was very pleasant. He spent more than an hour with all of us, an hour and a quarter. He walked around the lawn to different tables, talking to different groups of people. We all sort of chatted with him in a very informal way. It was not a formal meeting at all. There were no formal speeches, or even those of us who had given him our reports on the trip did not present those reports or speak to them particularly, but it was a good, lively, informal conversation.
There will be a fresh caste census in Karnataka, announced the Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar while in Delhi after he met the party brass. DK says that the High Command advised for a new caste census that will be inclusive.
Our agenda is to see that all sections of the society has been protected. The backward class report will be accepted without any complication, but there was some lot of problems on the numbers of on the caste which has been declared. So we will give an opportunity. The party has directed my Chief Minister and us to see that we give an opportunity to every section of the society. Once again, they will be given an opportunity of 60 or 90 days. Even who are outside the Karnataka also, they can register online. So great opportunity. Karnataka will be a very transparent model so that every opportunity will be given to them. On the reservation of the backward class, whatever the Congress party and the government decides, will go by that.
Just days after the stampede in Bengaluru's Chinnaswamy Stadium, in which 11 cricket fans who had come there to celebrate RCB's IPL victory died, one of Bengaluru's biggest icons, Indian icon Rahul Dravid, spoke to NDTV on the tragedy. Listen in.
Unfortunate tragedy that took place in Bengaluru. Your thoughts on that, Rahul bhai?
Yeah, very disappointing. Obviously, very, very sad. Thoughts go out to people. This is a really sports passionate city. I come from here. People love their sport. Not only cricket, people love sport in the city, and they've really followed all the sporting teams here. Whether it's been our football team or it's been our kabaddi team, and of course the RCB is a really very well followed team. So really sad, very, very, very unfortunate what happened, and our thoughts go out to everyone who unfortunately was injured and some of them who lost their lives. So yeah, it's very, very sad.
Now on to another tragic story coming in from Austria, where a gunman has killed at least 10 people in a deadly attack at a secondary school in Graz. Authorities have said that the suspected gunman was a 21-year-old former pupil from Graz who did not finish school and who used 2 legal firearms. Police have said that several people are injured and the motive is still under investigation. Austrian Chancellor has described this as a national tragedy. The country's leader expressed deep shock and grief over the incident. This is one of the worst school shootings in Austria's history. Take a look at this report.
The shooting took place at around 10 a.m. in the morning in high school Borg Dreierschützengasse here in Graz. At least 10 people have reportedly been killed. Among them is also the shooter himself. The amount of seriously injured people is in the double digits. The shooter, reportedly a former student of the school, has opened fire in 2 classrooms before being found dead in the restroom. He is believed to have acted alone and may have cited bullying as a motive.
June is the Pride Month, and we are bringing you stories of the community. The first out gay prince, Manvinder Singh Goyal, spoke to NDTV's Mayank Chaudhary on how the LGBTQ community has progressed in India and what needs to be done to make a change. Take a look.
A lot of laws and also Section 377 and transgender protection rights. When it comes to queer rights in a country like India, what do you think is more important? A progressive government's swift actions or a society's mindset?
Yes. So I think my take on this would be that we need to create a lot of allyship. And when I mean allyship, it's increasing the allies. Allies are those who are not from the LGBT community and yet they are willing to accept us, and not just accept us, but openly support us and help create other allies. So whether they are from the political parties, or they are from the government officials, or they are the educational institutions, or the medical department, or say even parents or students. I mean, we need to create allies and we need to increase the allies, because I believe that it is the allies which will help us mainstream our issues in the society.
Absolutely. Sir, now you come from a royal family. As a person who belongs to a royal family, how has your experience been different from a queer person, when it came to expressing your sexual orientation or your sexuality? How has it been different? Has it been difficult? What were your challenges? Or was it similar to any queer person around the country?
Yeah, because see, when you belong to a royal family, even though now we live in a democratic republic, but still we are the custodians of this rich cultural heritage which we have inherited from our ancestors. So we have a lot of roles and responsibilities on our shoulders towards maintaining this heritage, towards this legacy. And we are also the ambassadors, the representatives of the people of our erstwhile princely states, which has been founded by my ancestors. So it wasn't easy for me, because coming out would mean losing self-respect. Coming out meant facing the homophobic world with a lot of shame and a lot of humiliation one has to face too. And that is the reason why not many from the royal families come out of the closet.
Well, that's all we could pack into this bulletin. Thanks for watching.